Hey folks, welcome back to Flight Sim 2020. I'm Angel, and we are here in the beautiful Icon A5. Why? Because it floats, and B, because it's got great vision, because we're here to check out the Drzewiecki Designs, and I butchered that name, as usual. Chicago landmarks. You can get this from Orbx, you can get this from the in-game marketplace, you can get this from a number of other retailers. And I want to see just how good this is for sightseeing, because an enhanced landmark pack is going to give you some more options in terms of what you can see in a place, but it also gives you options in terms of what you can experience. So I'm going to pop up as a non-native to Chicago the Google Things to Do page for Chicago. Let's fly. So we're here cruising at about 1500 feet above Chicago, and immediately that is gorgeous, is all I can say. That is truly beautiful in terms of a cityscape in a flight simulator. That looks amazing, and that's the first sight I've actually gotten so far. We're going to swing around because there's one thing I want to start off with, that's Navy Pier, which should be directly behind us. So we've got a breakwater there. I'm going to quickly zoom out on the Googles and work out what that is. Doesn't show it, but there's a breakwater there. The harbour, and down here should be Navy Pier. Navy Pier being a tourist destination, shopping, food, rides. It should be just down below us there, and then I get to feel very sad because we'll talk about that patch in a minute. So down below us there, that glass topped building, that is part of Navy Pier attractions down here. Oh, let's level the plane out. We'll throttle back a little bit because we are going a little bit fast here. So as I kind of canted over so we can actually still see down, we kind of can. It's hard. Either way, we'll descend down and look at some of the options first. So Chicago is a city that I personally hold near and dear because I really love the Chicago series of shows. Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago Med. I love it. It's a very fresh, different TV show, even though it's one of Dick Wolf's usual cookie cutter exercises. It brings us a lot of options in terms of what we can enjoy and see. Now, that over there would be the Shed Aquarium, I believe, so that's an accurate feature. Now, where is Field Museum? That could be it there, I think. I believe. It looks like it, which would make that Soldier Field. And this, of course, is unfortunately the place known as Magus Field. We'll go third person so you can actually see a little better when I'm clicked on the right screen here. The place once known as Megis Field, torn up and destroyed, the home of many Flight Sim's first experiences. And Chicago's close to me personally because what the hell is that? Oh, good God, physics! What did you do? This could be either an earthquake just happened, or I think this might be a scenery tiering system of it not being placed above the right items. But that is some hella weird physics going on down there, destroying the Chicago rail system. But for anybody who started Flight Sim in '98 or onwards, Magus Field was the home of your flying experience. It's where I did most of my flying in FS98, up and down the Chicago coast, and stopped with camels, between buildings and Cessnas. Torn up and basically abandoned. Useless. Look at that. Wasted. Terrible. It was pretty controversial actually at the time because when they tore it up, they simply tore up the runway, leaving a lot of trapped GA aircraft parked there. So other than that weird physics issue behind us, which I think might be an issue of, if you're an experienced flight sim, knowing where a scenery is placed relative to other items, it might be set below the USA Update 2, which could have caused some little issues there. So we'll swing back around and we'll take another look through here to Chicago. So we saw the Field Museum, we saw the Shed Aquarium, Navy Pier. Now over there is the Willis Tower. That's not a hard one to notice. And look at that. The West Hurst Arena, already down there. We'll pretend Soldier Field's little genetic experiment didn't happen. Now, if only I could see where Station 50 or Firehouse 50 is for the Chicago series. Or the 21st District, but I don't, unfortunately. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I will say the texturing and the actual scenery work of this is beautiful. It's basically brought it up to a photometry city standard in the region, giving it a lot more depth and breadth. And we've got North Michigan Avenue in here, 875 North Michigan Avenue, which is, I believe, that one? No, I think it should be grayer. No, North Michigan Avenue is below it. That's still the Willis Tower. Millennium Park should be down here as well somewhere. I need to find that one. We'll have a quick look-see-doodle around. Any Chicago natives or people from Illinois watching this might be able to actually see better than me. So we're looking for that old-style building, which will give us an indication of where we're heading to. Again, not a native of Chicago, so if you see something that I haven't seen, please comment it in. I will say this looks pretty beautiful. A really beautiful experience. Just a little bit sad about that physics burp. I think we're heading over this side really for it. As you'll see the Chicago River down below us, winding through the city. That looks stunning. My god, in terms of a simulator and what it can do in 2020, this is pretty impressive. I will give them that. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Not normally one for urban flying. I like my bush flying most of all, but this is a gorgeous experience. Look at that. A little bit of jaggedness down on that beach. That may actually be a breakwater thing, so that could be realistic. Or is this the Willis Tower? I forget. No, that looks like the right one because it's only the single tower. So that could be Millennium Park down around this region. No, it won't be. This feels amazing. This genuinely feels somewhat like flying above a real city. And what is that? Let's take a look down there. Oop, nose over. Is that a ship? Or it's designed to look like a ship? I don't think it is a ship. Okay, never mind. It's irrelevant. But, no, in terms of enhancing what the Chicago looked like before, this is a big difference. I can tell even just from the quality of textures and building placements, this is a massive change. If this is a region you fly through a lot, this will be a huge advantage. And even if you wanted to go on a virtual sightseeing tour to somewhere for a holiday, this would not be a terrible option. It will give you the ability to see places you've not seen before, and it's truly a really exciting exploration opportunity. The perfect place to fly low and slow. This would be great for the ultralight. I'd love to fly over here in that. The bit near Soldier Field I know is a glitch because in the preview pictures on the Orbx website it does not show that, so I believe it's because it's set below the USA update in my sim, which would cause that. Look at this, that is stunning. Very leafy city, Chicago, surprisingly. Let's give it a little bit of rudder over there so I can keep it looking down whilst we go sideways. Look at that. So many buildings, it's just stunning. Absolutely eye-popping levels of detail around here. And performance isn't bad, actually. For a major city that's this built up, the performance is not bad at all. And I'm stuck on my starter, so I should turn that off. There we go. Look at that. That is gorgeous. My god. I mean, this might be what it feels like flying over Chicago. I definitely know I wouldn't be allowed to fly this close, but it feels truly amazing. Let's throttle back again, keep it around here. This would be a beautiful place to fly when the helicopters come to 2020. That would be something incredibly exciting because helicopters will really bring this sort of flying to life. The various areas we've got, so it's a better look down there at Navy Pier. You've got the tourist boats there for Lake Michigan. The shopping plaza, everything else down there. That is gorgeous. My god. I love that. Absolutely stunning, stunning location here. Lincoln Park is in here, probably the zoo as well. Wrigley Baseball Field will be up there as well. Let's see if we can find that. Probably need to put some power on here because we are actually dropping down. I'm spending too much time looking at the sights, enjoying what I'm seeing here rather than actually flying around. That is breathtaking. Let's go down the Chicago River, shall we? This is something I think everyone will do at some point, so we should probably do it just to basically make sure it's working and safe for all of you. I am your test dummy after all. That is my job. So, let's do a canyon run. We're on the Death Star, although, to be fair, if you live in Chicago, it might feel like being surrounded by stormtroopers. Political statement, moving swiftly on. Okay, so down amongst the buildings, the Chicago River. Obviously, there's the extruded terrain issue with bridges where water comes up to the underneath the deck, which is unfortunate for some bridges. Let's just keep it nice and gentle here. We're going to have make a hard turn in a second. So I need to get ready on the rudder pedals here for this one. Power on. And bringing it over. Look at that. That is gorgeous. I mean, this literally feels like I'm running the Grand Canyon. Or the Death Star Trench Run. Probably the Death Star Trench Run. There are lots of laser beams probably shooting at me, or Glocks from the street below. So, yeah, not a big issue there. Let's not hit a building. That would be very unfortunate for us. Look at that. That is phenomenal. Absolutely gorgeous place. We'll power on and we'll come out. And there are loads of airports all around the Chicago area you can experience and enjoy. It's a great place to fly from. You've got major international airports, you've got smaller airports, and you've got some great flights up and down the coast with Orbx's. I think it's, let me just try and remember what the name of that one is. We've got, of course, what was it? I'm just quickly scrolling through my search feature here to try and work out which one that was. I believe it's actually one that was available not through Orbx, it was on the actual flight sim marketplace for just down the coast in Illinois. You've got places like Kenosha up north, you've got all the Chicago airports. I mean, just offhand, you can see there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are all heliports, I believe, but there are airports everywhere. So once we get, that was a little choppy for a second, once we get helicopters in, this will be the sort of perfect place to fly. And of course, you've got places like Washington, London, Paris, Chicago for these cityscape add-ons. And it's basically doing exactly what Microsoft did, or Asobo did with their Could You Please Behave simulator? Thank you. It's doing exactly what the Sim did when it comes to their photometry space cities. It's bringing that unrivaled level of realism to a sim that really just enhances the visual appreciation of what you're getting here. I think this is stunning. Absolutely stunning. And as a fan of a TV show set in the city, it lets me experience a little bit of it. It lets me kind of enjoy some of the sights, recognize locations from those shows, enjoy the experience. Yeah, sure, if I was a Chicago native, I could give you a much better appreciation of what this place is looking like in terms of realism, but I'm not. And even though I know somebody from Illinois, they're not from Chicago, so probably wouldn't be the best person to ask. This is gorgeous. It looks great. There's little to no performance impact over what the area was like beforehand, and I have flown here before, of course, being a fan of those shows. I've flown over the city, and I wanted to see Megis. You know what? We're going to protest. We are going to protest destruction of Megis Field by landing there regardless. And it's probably pretty lucky that we're in the icon, because most of that's water. We'll see what happens when we get there. It's not too far away. We're going to make a protest statement. Magus Field will receive another aircraft one final time. It must be done. There's no one to call on the radio, so we're not going to bother. Plus we're going stealth. Shh. Don't tell anybody. So I'm going to bring it around here. Should we go for the water? That's looking pretty jagged, actually, so I'll see if there's a roadway I can put it down on the lake side. Yeah, that weird land depression over there is most likely a factor of scenery layering. I'll play with those later and see if that fixes that. Which is weird, because it definitely didn't do that before. Okay. Coming in nicely. We'll just land on the water's edge here. One of the nice things about flight sims is we can do these sort of things. That's a tree. Okay. We'll land on this side, actually. Let's put the gear up, actually. We'll go for the water. Screw it. The rest of that's looking a little bit too bumpy for my tastes. See if we can touch this down nice and short here. Right, as it starts. There we go. Pull the flaps up to increase friction on the water surface. And we are going to run out of water pretty fast, so I wonder what happens if we put the gear down now. Oh, boing. That's almost like it was planned, wasn't it? Like a skipping stone. Magus Field received a plane for one last time. In protest. For flight simmers and pilots everywhere. Is it worth it? It's $20. You can get it on the marketplace. You can get it through the Orbx system, the FTX Central. I think it is worth it. I think it's a great idea. It's cheap. Adds a lot of immersion to cities you might want to fly to or fly around. Gives you free tourism opportunities, which in 2020 and 2021, with vacation being limited, getting to explore a new city, it's fun. So $20 for a virtual vacation? Why not? You know what? I may go and visit Chicago and Google Street View with my VR headset and go for a walking tour after I've gone for a flying tour. A trip to Chicago, just with less bullet wounds. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye.